Hey everybody, and thank you for tuning back in to Albatross Barbecue. Today we're going to be smoking a beautiful duck. This is going to be great. We've prepped it already. It's been chilling in the fridge to dry out, probably now for about 9 hours. So we're going to put this together with a beautiful honey soy glaze. So stay tuned. To find a duck around where I am, you're going to be finding it frozen. So I've had this thawing out in the fridge now for approximately 48 hours. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of ice there, plenty of moisture. So the first thing we're going to do is grab some paper towel and just give it a little dry. Once you've patted that dry, the next thing is to chop the neck off. Now, I'm not going to be cooking the neck today, but if you want to cook it, put it into a nice broth, for example, you go for it. I'm now going to turn my attention to the cavity. Same deal, going to get myself some paper towel, shove it in there and try and pick up some excess moisture, as well as just remove a couple of loose bits. Stuffing your duck with orange is usually a fan favorite, but for a little bit of citrus flavor, I wanted to do something different today. I've got myself some fresh limes and I'm simply going to shove some fresh limes into the cavity. I love lime with cooking. I see absolutely no reason why limes won't work beautifully with this duck today. This is simply a corn on the cob holder, and I'm using this to poke numerous small holes into the skin of this duck. This will help the fat rendering process when it's cooking, plus try and get some of the moisture out of the duck. I have a very simple combination here of heated honey as well as some soy, and I'm going to give this duck a little bit of a coat for two reasons. Firstly, a little bit of color to use as a binder for my flavorings there on the left hand side, and then also that soy will also help this duck dry out a little bit whilst it's completely uncovered in the fridge. So my rub is super simple. I've got 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and then there's a couple of teaspoons of just a signature rub in there as well for a bit of extra color. This combination should help the flavor obviously, but also help draw out some of that moisture from this duck. It's probably best to put the duck in the fridge overnight if you can, but I would recommend probably close to 12 hours at least. Now, I love cooking any poultry on my barrel smoker, but I'm going out for a couple of hours and I want to start the cooking process. So we're going to preset our pellet smoker to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's get it up to temp and then start the cooking process. Now that's done, we're going to turn our attention to making a real super simple honey soy glaze. So this would be used in the final 30 minutes of the cook. And very simply, you've got yourself a couple of teaspoons of brown sugar, you've got 1 teaspoon of garlic, and then we've got some honey, we've got some soy, and we've also got some apple cider vinegar as well as a little bit of molasses there. Just give that a stir and put it to one side when you need it a little bit later on. This is the duck after 3 hours, and all I've been doing every hour is just giving it a little bit of a coat with soy and honey. I'm looking for that breast to be approximately 150 to 155 Fahrenheit before I start thinking about my glaze. I'm at that point, so I'm now going to turn my smoker up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You can go a little bit more if you want to, but this is just to try and crisp up that skin and get this flavor cracking. Once your duck in the breast is hitting anything above 160 Fahrenheit, you're pretty good to pull her off and let her rest. And here is the duck. I love the color of that honey soy glaze. It looks beautiful. Let's slice in and see how we've done. Okay, so I've got myself a beautiful looking piece of duck here. I've shredded it. We're gonna have some beautiful duck pancakes tonight, but let's try the duck. That's really nice. The flavor, I can taste the lemon, but it's not overpowering. The citrus is beautiful. The extra flavor, the honey soy. That's a lovely duck. I'm looking forward to digging in and enjoying this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Catch you later. We don't have duck too often, but this was a beautiful cook. We managed to render down that fat very well. The lime gave it a bit of a different citrus infusion. It was absolutely beautiful. With the honey soy glaze, it was an absolute winner, and both my wife and I would not hesitate to have this again in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon.